G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on novolleys.com, Vince Van Patten brings pickleball to World Poker Tour cruise. Pickleball is hitting the Caribbean Sea through the World Poker Tour's inaugural WPT voyage, which set sail from Miami on March 31 with stops in the Bahamas and Cayman Islands. Vince Van Patten, an actor and former tennis star turned professional pickleball player, will host the Vince Van Patten Pickleball Invitational for guests during the 7-day cruise through April 6. Van Patten has been a commentator for the World Poker Tour for over 20 years. Rooms for the cruise with Virgin Voyages start around $2,300 per person, which includes food and drink, parties, and 20-plus poker events spanning $1.5 million in prize money. The Vince Van Patten Pickleball Invitational will take place at Pickleball Cayman in Grand Cayman, which is the first docking station and has 12 covered courts and 8 uncovered courts. The WPT expects to have a full ship of around 1,200 guests. It's really getting very popular in the poker world to play pickleball, Van Patten, 66, told No Volleys. I know so many poker players from when I'm in Las Vegas, and I meet them at Sunset Park and we play the challenge courts. There's all kinds of gambling bets we make. Van Patten plans for his pickleball event to include exhibitions, a tournament, and challenge matches for players to make friendly side bets. It's going to be a fantastic week of pickleball and poker, he said. Top-ranked senior tour pickleballer Matthias Johansson will help organise the Van Patten Pickleball Invitational and playing exhibitions. I think pickleball's going to dominate. It's crazy to say, but I think in 5 to 10 years, tennis will be secondary to pickleball. Van Patten said, I think it's going to catch on in TV in the top pros. I know the ratings aren't as strong as they'd like right now. I think once it evolves and 3 to 4 years down the line and everybody's a household name, I think viewership is going to be great. Before joining the World Poker Tour, Van Patten had an illustrious tennis career that saw him win the ATP Rookie of the Year in 1979. He reached top 25 rankings in both singles and doubles. In recent years, Van Patten has fallen in love with pickleball and often plays with his wife at the court they built in the backyard of their home in Malibu, California. I must have made 200 friends in the past 2 years, Van Patten said of pickleball. At first, I hated the sound of the ball. I was a tennis snob. I'm not playing pickleball, Van Patten originally felt. In the beginning, you don't hit the ball cleanly, and I was missing all kinds of forehands and stupid shots. But then after you play 10, 15, 20 times, you go, oh my gosh, now it feels like I have strings on the paddle. You get the control and you keep getting better. Van Patten has competed in senior events on the APP and PPA tours. He's been ranked number 6 on the APP's Champions Pro Singles division. Former tennis legend Ivan Lendl has been Van Patten's recent partner on the APP's Champions Division's Men's Pro Doubles. I plan to play APP events and PPA, Van Patten said. I'm going to concentrate on doubles and really try to master the doubles game. Get the right partner and become the top doubles team in 50 and above. I just played with Ivan Lendl in the big APP tournament and we came in 4th in the 60s age group. He's loving the game and getting addicted. He will improve a lot. Second thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, bronze medal matches returning to prominence at PPA events. The bronze medal matches had a new look at last week's PPA Desert Ridge Open. Not in terms of players or match mechanics, but in terms of aesthetics. Instead of being tacked on at the end of long days and garnering small fan turnout, the matches were moved to Championship Sunday morning on Grandstand Court and began 2 hours before the gold medal matches. They were also streamed on the PPA YouTube channel to give fans something to watch ahead of the finals. The hope behind the change is that having a regularly scheduled time for third place bouts will add credibility to the experience for both players and fans. Now that the bronze matches will be regulated and played on streaming courts, more players will have the opportunity to get exposure in big matches, said PPA Pro Player Director Dylan Seeger. The fans will also be able to enjoy these matches in addition to the championship matches on the grounds. This came to life at the Desert Ridge Open, where a number of intriguing storylines followed from the bronze medal matches played in front of packed crowds. Caitlin Christian earned her first PPA medal and first pro medal since 2018 with a bronze in women's singles, and Eric Lang came away with his first pro medal since 2021 alongside Zane Navratil in men's doubles. Jay de Villiers earned his first pro medal since April in men's singles, and the bronze matches also gave fans a chance to see more of Hurricane Tyra Black and Augie Gee, the first-time pairing that took mixed doubles by storm in Phoenix. With plans to continue playing all the pro medal matches on the final day of each tournament, the term Championship Sunday has never been more appropriate. And if you've made it this far into the update, please be sure to dink that like button and rate and subscribe on the platform you're watching or listening to it on, so this and future episodes can be found by and shared with other fellow pickleballers. Third thing to know, as shared on pickleball52.com, Newcastle University joins growing varsity pickleball scene. Pickleball has made it onto the UK university sports scene, with Newcastle University becoming one of the first to start its own pickleball club. Second-year students Rhea Harris and Alex Frost have made it their mission to introduce pickleball to the student population of Newcastle University, regardless of their sporting background. Having met just before the start of their second years, Alex and Rhea concocted a plan to book a court and kickstart pickleball in the university sports centre. Quickly, friends and colleagues caught wind of the new sport and wanted to get involved. The club launched officially in September and was ratified by the student union within a couple of months. So far, Alex and Rhea have introduced pickleball to over 50 students, and more clubs and societies are now interested in having a go. When the club started, we didn't have as much equipment as we needed, so we would also play short tennis alongside pickleball so that everyone could keep active, said Rhea, a level 2 tennis coach turned pickleball fanatic. We were helped out by Pickleball England and the Sports Centre itself, so now we can have more people playing pickleball in each session. Pickleball has become so popular that I think the club will become solely pickleball rather than pickleball and short tennis as it is currently, which is amazing. Pickleball is now my main sport. I now only play tennis recreationally since discovering pickleball. I'm really pleased that we have managed to build a club made up of people from all sorts of sporting backgrounds and some with none at all. It was a challenge to initially get people to come along because of the strange name, but now we have been recognised by the other Racket Sports Club, which is amazing. Newcastle is one of a handful of UK university with pickleball clubs, along with Swansea, Bangor, Aberdeen, and the University of Central Lancashire in Preston, all providing opportunities for students to play. Rhea's hope is that as more universities build a pickleball structure, it will lead to matches between university clubs and potentially a nationwide competition. We definitely want to play in more tournaments as a team where we can, she said. We've entered a team into the Duper Squads tournament coming up at the end of February, and we would like to enter more teams in the future. One barrier to their growth has been the court availability at the Sports Centre. Pickleball has 2 sessions a week, both taking place between 2 to 4 p.m. on weekdays. Alex and Rhea remain undeterred as they both recently completed their Pickleball England Leaders Certification, which has given them the additional skills and confidence to continue introducing pickleball to the masses. Fourth thing to know, as shared on the Dink Pickleball newsletter, National Junior Pickleball Tour takes off. Have you ever lost to a player who can barely see over the net? Well, you might very soon. The game is getting younger by the minute, and the National Junior Pickleball Tour is leading the charge. Last weekend, junior players aged 8 to 18 competed in Macon, Georgia, at the first stop of their nationwide tour. The event featured round-robin play leading up to medal matches and even a team event complete with Dream Breakers. Pro players Megan Fudge and Ryla DeHart stopped by and provided an instructional clinic to help players advance to the next level. Most of these kids are playing adults in their recreational play. They were thrilled to finally play with other kids their age. Some families said they're already booking flights to come to our next tour stops. Courtney Loffridge, CEO of the NJP Tour. The tour has 5 more regional stops and a championship cup planned in the 2024 season. Their next stop is at Pickle Mall in Tempe, Arizona on March 21 through 24. Paddles up.